Then you take note of the response that your body is giving you, and based on that, you either need to decrease the volume, so you picked a volume too high and not enough rest, or too heavy, and you adjust and you go lower and down with the volume. Or everything is good and you increase it slightly. Of course, this isn't the next day, but several days of the same volume, if everything is good, and then slowly increase over time. Okay, then we're digging into the actual bench press. Now, the movement for the bench press can be made with a windmill stance right here, or it can be made with a squat stance right here. Okay, so since we started with the windmill, we'll work with the windmill stance as well to start with. Now, let's start with just body weight and some of the main things that we need to do. First things first is pulling the elbow down, just like with your racking. Everything needs to be loose at the top. Pull your elbow down, not just here. No, you want to pull down, engage the lat. Because as you come back and rotate, you keep pulling that down. So you already start with that. Now, there are several ways to initiate your bench press. StrongFirst, they'll start here and then they'll pull it to the back here. I like to start at the front and rotate and keep pulling down. Start like that. So it's all good, whichever one you want to do. I'm just going to focus on the way I do it, but you should investigate all the other ones too. So for example, the StrongFirst, pull back and start here. Okay, so body weight first. Find our stance, pull the elbow down, bend the knee, push the hip to the side, pull down, start rotating, externally rotating at the shoulder, start rotating at the spine, keep pulling down. Now you can do that a few times. Down, don't rush it. Every time go a little bit further. You will feel so many muscles working here. Your serratus, your obliques, your shoulders, everything around the spine, your rectus spinae, everything's working. So that's really great. And this is what you're connecting with here, all these things, and starting to explore, what am I feeling? Pull down, pull down, pull down. Okay, next step. We want this fist to remain at the same level right here. As we're coming around and under, we want that fist to remain on the same level. So the moment that you do this, watch, here's where we start. You know you're pressing away and you're making it a bench press. Remember what I said? It's not a press. You're not pressing the weight away. You're pushing yourself away from the weight. Okay, so next step, we're continuing on with the progress. So you do both sides, obviously. You just drill this, working on your thoracic spine, working on pulling down, working on the external shoulder rotation, working on where your eyesight is, working on your hinge. Now you'll find that it's actually harder to do this without weight, because the weight holds this arm up because it's pulling this way, the weight, so that helps. So without weight, you actually need to do the work. So don't think that this is easy either. Okay, now let's do the whole thing. Once you've done this many times, we're going all the way under, just not slow. Also, another thing, once you start loading it with weight, it's a good thing to see your palm. So that kettlebell will be pulling here, and you need to pull in. Your biceps are going to work. Okay, so here we go. Down, rotate. It's a lot harder. Obviously, you can push it away a little bit, but you don't want a big difference where you're pushing the fist away. All right, so really work on that and you really feel all your muscles. So give it a few goes and then give it a break. Then try it again the next day and condition your muscles and connect to all those ranges as well. All right, then the next thing that you want to do is, if you have a partner or somebody that can help you, it'd be great for them just to provide feedback and put their hand here. And you come under without pushing their hand away. So that's a great next progression. It's great if you got a coach or a trainer or a partner that works with you. If you don't have that, you could even use a shoe as well for a little feedback, but it's not the same. Because when somebody holds their hand on here, they're providing a little bit of feedback and they're going with you. Okay, then once you are familiar with that movement, you've done that many times and everything feels okay, then, only then do you load it, and that's your next step. The bench press actually becomes easier when you add more weight to it. So a light weight is actually harder than a heavier weight. So I'm going to start with a 20. That's what I want to start with. Now, if you want to do more of the hard style, StrongFirst, then you can grip the handle like this, if you like that, as long as you keep your wrist straight. I like it here with a good hand insert. Okay, pulling down, getting into the windmill stance, pulling down, rotating, pulling that elbow down, external shoulder rotation, keep pushing. Takes a lot of effort. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Do one side, do the other side, take a little break, focus. If you're filming yourself, you can assess yourself, see what I need to work on, and then work on it.